this is the first time that we're seeing innovators as well as industry leaders really coming together, as well as some representatives from 50 member countries all over the world coming together to share ideas as to how they can bridge the digital gap, but also come up with innovative ideas as to how they can assist governments fast-track service delivery. These are the conversations that we are hearing. We've just heard the keynote address from Minister of Higher Education and Science and Technology, Blade Nzimande, delivering that opening address and really just issuing a stern warning to South Africa and urging South Africa to invest in education, saying that should South Africa fail to invest in education, the country will fall behind and therefore widen that digital divide. Now, I'm joined by him right now to speak to us about what he said there. I mean, Minister, those are really profound words. Education is such an important thing. And as we saw during COVID, technology really took over our lives. And, you know, the digital divide would really mean that someone is going to be left behind from, say, the gig economy and all those opportunities or economic opportunities that could stem from technology. Why do you feel it's necessary for South Africa to, why do you feel it's important for you to issue that stern warning?
Well, technology is advancing at such a rapid pace, globally as well as in our own country. One of the tasks of our department is to ensure that science, technology and innovation is placed at the center of our own development agenda. It is for this reason, therefore, that one was sharing today at this very important gathering of science policies makers, industry, government people to discuss about science, to actually say it is very important that we seek to mainstream science into all the activities that we are doing. Otherwise, we'll continue being left behind as a continent. But precisely because of that, I was also saying science, technology and innovation is also linked to education, because our population is not going to be active participants in using technologies, but also even in creating and innovating new technologies unless we generally raise the standard of education in our country and in the African continent as a whole, because it's only educated people who will then be able to benefit from these technological advancements that are moving so rapidly. That is why our own view is that no matter how difficult an economic situation we are facing, we should never stop or reduce investment into science so that we are able to reach a level that we can say it's quite comfortable for us as a country to be able to modernize our industry, create jobs through technologies, by having more educated people.
Now, the other thing that is really forms part of the theme here is how technology can assist government to deliver services. And you said that you were in the process of monitoring and seeing how, various municipalities can be assisted technologically. Can you please elaborate for the benefit of our viewers there?
It's a very important theme for this 18th conference, on science, technology and innovation, especially digital technologies in South Africa, because we are now focusing on how technologies can actually help government. There are so many ways, by the way, digital technologies can help government to prevent corruption, to set mechanisms to be able to deliver services faster. Already as South Africa, as you say, we have developed what is called a municipality STI maturity index, which we use. It's a digital tool for each municipality to check itself against that tool as to how advanced or how backward it still is in relation to the usage of technology. We are doing this because we would like the uptake of technologies right at municipal level, where we've got services closer to the people, and that often matters most to the people. We are working with some of our municipalities. We would like to work with all of them to test themselves, to say how ready are we, for more technologies, so that we are able to actually improve services that are delivered by government to the people. We know that we've also got another battle. People who steal, people who are corrupt, don't like technology, because technology is likely to have them catched, and is also like to do things differently in a manner that it becomes very difficult for people to actually steal resources from government.
So technology will improve accountability and ensure that all the funds spent by municipality are accounted for. One more question, Minister. The speaker who came in after you spoke about a partnership between the European Union and Africa, really just to try and find best practices and innovative ideas. Do you welcome this, and do you feel that this is something South Africa should be a part of?
We welcome this because already globally there is a very strong movement towards what is called open science, sharing results of science that have been done in one country with the rest of the world, so as to ensure that all countries have got some kind of access to knowledge that is being generated, and they can actually discover new knowledge as a result of that. So partnership in science is very important. As I've said, science knows no borders. Also, we have now, by the way, according to scientists, entered an age of pandemics. COVID-19 is only just but one. Already scientists are predicting that within the next 10 years we may actually face a huge pandemic again. So sharing of information, sharing of knowledge, international cooperation is very important. You can't contain anymore a pandemic in any part of the world without actually making sure that we deal with that pandemic in the rest of the world. So partnership is important. As South Africa, we welcome and we are happy about the cooperation that we have with the European Union, for instance. We have been working with them for quite some time. In a manner, though, we would like to underline that is mutually beneficial as well.
Thank you so much. There you have it. That is the Minister of Higher Education, Science and Technology speaking to us following that keynote address that he delivered, really making a lot of sense regarding technological developments. I mean, talking about the pandemic and how during the pandemic we were able to come together as the world and find technologies or innovative technologies that could be able to trace contact that could really do contact tracing, as well as really streamline people's results, COVID results, where you could travel anywhere and people would be able to tap into a system to find results, and also talking about how technology can assist in terms of fast tracking service delivery. But the other thing that is really standing out, which is going to be part of the theme here, is how technology can assist our government with delivering services. We have heard the Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi talking about technology and talking about introducing those face recognition cameras in order to fight crime in communities and so on. So we're also going to be hearing more from the CSIR just to get a better understanding as to how much more can be done by technology in order to assist with the service delivery and municipalities as well as governments. Thank you so much for speaking to us. You are with AB Low, you are with the CSIR, and you do a lot of work around technology and also just ensuring that you're able to fast track services. Talk to us about the work that you are doing and how far you are there.
Morning. I'm part of the voice computing research group at the CSIR, and we work on human language technology. So that is speech recognition, text-to-speech, and natural language processing. So that is part of the AI technologies that basically allows a human to talk to a machine and a machine to talk to a human. And there's a myriad of applications, especially in e-government services and service delivery, in providing equitable access to information and lowering language barriers using these technologies. For example, in education, one can apply these technologies in literacy applications. One can apply these technologies in agriculture to share information with rural farmers about diseases or prices of crops. There's really a myriad of applications in this sector.
Certainly. I mean, the rural areas have often been left behind when it comes to technology, and language is a huge barrier for a lot, and it is very important for, technology to be able to speak to people in their different languages. Talk to us about how you plan to, bridge this gap.
So we are doing a lot of research in taking state-of-the-art technology and transforming that and applying that to our local environment. So basically localizing that and using these technologies with our own languages. So the goal or the challenge basically is resources. We lack some digital resources in some languages, and therefore you cannot just apply a normal model to our languages. You need to adapt that and research how that can be applied, and that's what we do here. So some of our technologies are a bit further ahead than others. We have some commercial products already in the market, and then others we are still doing research, collaborating with different institutes and trying to get the level up to where we can apply it for service delivery.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. There you have it. This is what has been happening here in Pretoria, where policymakers have come together to find best practice and, share innovative ideas as to how they can then improve services, education, and communication between people. It's back to you in studio.